Previously on Ladies of Darkness.
The one who put me here. The one who put all of us here, really. You can call him, and now I think you're really gonna hate this, but you can call him your next god.
Because you did hurt me. You've hurt everyone around me. And you keep saying that you did this to save me, but look where we are now.
Slurp, and then also, maybe, a really comical, no! As the slurping is happening.
Excellent.
Trust, so difficult to gain, so easy to lose. How do you know who to trust, who to choose? A foe shaped like a friend, an enemy in disguise. You must be vigilant to see through these lies. These demons find themselves in a bout of mistrust, where their bond wither away and crumble to rust. Only the future knows what lies for the cast of the heavens. The future, and me, of course, and I'm not telling.
So, you guys are leaving Claudia's house with the vacuum in tow, and, you're about to, put it in the trunk of Doris's car when, Nikki kind of just comes, charging through, and she goes, "What the fuck?"
What the fuck? What?
And she looks at Doris, she's like, "You're just gonna take it away? I thought... What the fuck?"
Do you
Cecil, they're
want
just
it?
gonna take it.
I mean, this is kind of our job.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know it wasn't our job.
I mean, I don't know what you want. This is well, I think it's the safest way of dealing with this.
No, because we're gonna destroy it? Yeah, we're gonna send that bitch back to hell.
What's the point of that? She'll come back if you do that.
She'll come back angrier. That's true.
Oh, okay, I understand. We should just let a couple of demons have her. Why didn't we think of that? Fuck!
Mm-hmm. As well you should. We're leaving.
Nikki, punches the back of Doris's car, leaving, a dent. And she goes, "You better fucking pray I don't see you, I don't hear from you again. Got it?"
Crystal.
Because it won't be like it was this time. Us being friends and helping each other out. I'll fucking eject you from that body.
I'd like to see you try.
I would very much not like to see you try, in fact.
I thought they liked us now.
And Cecil, kind of cools her down and, pushes her back, and he goes, I don't understand. Doris, I thought you were different. And she just kind of, locks the trunk of her car, and she goes, "Well, you thought wrong." And goes to the front and just, starts the engine and waits for you guys to get inside.
Yeah, I'm getting in the car. Done dealing with this.
Vacuole follows, but not before a small spark of fire starts at the base of Nikki's hairline.
Oh, shit.
She, like, immediately, like, stop, drops, rolls, and she, like, she starts to go forward before Cecil, like, stops her.
I mean, by the time she stands back up, the car is, like, driving off.
Heracule did get in the car, but they looked extremely confused, and, like, they kind of didn't want to. Like, they wanted to stay and ask what they meant. But peer pressure.
But peer pressure.
Heracule's not good with it.
Broom, broom, you on your way back to Augusta? You see what I did there?
I love it.
Thanks. It was really good. I think it was a pretty good improv joke. And I'm implementing it now, from now on, forever.
Oh my god, nice. It's like a little, it's like a meme.
No, now it's dead. The meme is dead.
Sell that on a Hot Topic shirt.
It's pronounced May.
The meme is dead. You killed it.
We killed the meme.
Finally.
Finally,
They're all
memes
dead.
are dead. You heard it here first, guys. Memes are over.
Looks like we can't pick up on the Discord with hello anymore.
They're all over. None of them
all
exist
over.
anymore. I killed them, personally, with my gun.
Gun is a meme, so, you want to kind of rethink that.
Guns are now illegal. Finally,
Guns are illegal.
That's how we made
This
gun
is
control real by
This
making
is gun
memes
control.
illegal. Everybody's gonna be like, "Wow, that small time podcast sure did it."
Yep. And then they're going to give us lots of money.
Yep,
Oh
On
shit, our
Patreon.
Patreon's gonna blow up.
I know.
that's
I'm
illegal.
excited already.
Bombing
Guys, I can't
Patreons
wait for-
is illegal.
Guys, I can't wait for Doris to become president.
But yeah, now you are back in Augusta.
Sorry, the silence got to me.
Damn, I guess I'm not that funny. Okay, let's keep going.
Yeah, I mean, just, it was not a good joke, so,
Alright,
moving on.
fuck. I'm trying my best.
well, try harder.
Let's keep going.
You're back in Augusta. I did it different that time. And, you kind of, like, wheel that vacuum back into the apartment where Nina and Dorian are hanging out.
Hey guys, long time no see.
Hello.
I mean, it's been like 3 days. That's not...
Long time no see.
Okay.
Listen, I got trapped in a fantasy for a while, so, time is a little weird right now.
I touched a dead person.
What?
If we're just, like, talking about what we did, I touched a dead person.
A specific dead person, or just a dead person?
Well, yeah, I mean, every dead person is a specific dead person.
Well, yes, but is it someone we know? Is it... was this an event that we missed?
I mean, no, nobody died that we know. Yet.
Alright.
I mean, someday everybody's gonna die.
I mean...
That's just how death is.
Yeah, yes. Death happens sometimes.
A lot of the time, every single day.
Yeah, yes,
Every
it
single
happens
day a death is
constantly,
happening.
forever.
Oh no. we forgot Daniel.
Well,
Oh no. Not Daniel. How will we ever live without Daniel?
Nina just goes. Nina just goes. Damn, Daniel.
No.
Memes are illegal!
We killed them already. You can't.
I'm reviving.
This is necromancy.
Resuscitation of memes.
no.
Oracle looks genuinely upset.
Damn, Daniel. We left him behind in the white van.
We worked so hard on him.
Well, sorry, I guess. Doris puts her hand on your shoulder and she goes, "You can try taking him from that child."
Well, that just sounds terrible.
Those are
Listen.
your options.
Better to
Daniel lives-
leave the demonic conjuration of magic in the hands of a small human child.
That sounds even worse!
I mean, you're
It's
one
what
to
we
talk.
did.
Why can't anything we do just sound nice for once?
Well,
Because you're demons?
We are demons, yeah.
Vakiel turns to Nina and says, "Be careful with this one. It's particularly powerful. Reality bender."
Nina looks at the vacuum and she goes, "Okay. So?
So don't fuck it up.
Okay, I don't remember the last time that I fucked up. So,
I mean, this is true. Hey, just out of curiosity, what exactly do you do with the demons?
I put them all in this big-ass bin over here, and then they just stay there.
What do they do in there?
Okay.
I don't know. Hang out,
I mean,
I guess.
Is there a plan to
I mean,
do
Haniel
something with
wants
them?
to find them bodies.
I see.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm not sure how I feel about that, actually.
Well, it's kind of what you have been doing this entire
mean,
time.
Yes, I understand. I just don't know if these ones are ready for this. I mean,
Well,
it's harder being alone. It's harder being earthbound and not able to access that human.
yeah, that's a
part,
part of
but-
the reason they're so terrible.
Right.
I don't see what the problem is. We find them human bodies. They are no more powerful than us. We can control them.
I think that's the plan, so.
I
I'd
suppose
really
you're
rather
right.
you didn't talk about Samyaza and Azazel that way.
Vakiel rolls her eyes.
Well, if that's the plan, then you should be able to be reunited with them.
Well, yes, but considering what we heard, I don't like the idea of them being controlled again, if that's the terminology we're using, and thinking about it, I'm not sure if I want them to be trapped with Lilith.
Well,
Consider
if
it.
it's any consolation, I don't think they're actually conscious in there.
Well, we don't know, do we?
Well, no, it's impossible to know unless I put one of you guys in there and somehow manage to get you out.
And if we don't know for sure, then there's always a chance that something bad could happen.
I mean, something bad already did happen to them. They were earthbound.
I know, but even worse, I don't want them to go through anything else.
Let me put it this way. When I say control them in a human body, I mean they're basically under house arrest. From us. That's all.
Yeah, not like magical control, I think.
I know, I know.
I put a hand on Arakiel's shoulder and I just squeezed just a little bit gently.
Where is Haniel, by the way? I need to discuss with her a matter of these hunters that keep interfering with our business.
I think she's at her house.
Of course.
Although, and she, snaps her fingers. I do recall that, that one guy, Pie, and she looks at Dorian, and Dorian goes, Paimon. Yeah, him. He wanted to talk to you, Valuel.
Oh, okay. I suppose I could manage that.
I don't know about what, but...
Well, I'm sure it'll be a surprise.
She kind of, shrugs. And she goes, I guess. If I can just take this, and she gestures to the vacuum so I can hook it up to the bed.
Oh, yes, of course. And then I'd move the vacuum over.
Okay, because everybody was really reluctant to give it to me, it seemed, and I didn't want to just take it from you guys.
I mean, thank you for asking. But no, I think we'll entrust this.
Okay,
Arakiel is
great.
chewing on their thumbnail, and they look very nervous, but they know they're outnumbered here.
And she starts hooking it up to the bin, and she goes, think of it this way, Arakiel. Before, they were really sick in the Earthbound. And this, they can't possibly become an Earthbound, so it's kind of like detox.
And then we get them bodies and they become like us.
Yeah!
I know, that's not what I'm concerned about. What Lilith said made me think that she had a hand in all this, and I don't want her to hurt them again. If there's even the possibility that they're conscious in there, and that I don't know what she'd say to them.
Nina just, looks really uncomfortable. She's like, I do not know what to tell you to ease those worries. Porque there's nothing that I can really do other than this.
I know.
Aside from, theoretically making another bin, but this one took a long-ass time to make, and takes a lot of energy to maintain.
I know. I know I'm outnumbered here, just...
She, looks really uncomfortable and looks around the room. Well...
I mean, so does Arakiel!
I do an urging nod for her to do the thing already.
I mean, she's already hooked it up and stuff, so it's it's doing its thing this entire time. Hey, what up everybody, it's your girl, Kat, and I'm just here to tell you about our social media, which you already know about. You should at least. It's our Tumblr, ladiesofdarkness.tumblr.com, our Twitter @Lodwad, the hashtag, you know it, it's Lodcast. You know it's Lodcast. And you know you can check out those social meets, you can interact with those social meets, you can tell people about stuff with those social meets. If anything, please do. Because it gets more people into our show. We also have ways that you can donate to our show, if you just don't have any friends that you can tell. Because maybe they already all know. I don't want to assume that you don't have friends, because that's not a nice thing to do. Our Patreon is patreon.com/Lodcast. Our Coffee is also /Lodcast. So you can check those out. We're Lodcast. That's us. We also, today, have an ad. Our first ad. Wow, guys. Take a listen to this ad.
In the Dallas-Fort Worth crime area, Weed 2.0 is a lot like brisket. People smoke it, and they die. So it's up to the new DFW Task Force agents Kip Simpkins and Trevor Steele to crack some heads and do some justice. So come on down to Advanced Sagebrush and Shootouts and listen to these boys roll some dice and laugh your ass off at ASSpodcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts. Happy trails, y'all.
Promptly, after, like, you leave the hotel, like, Paimon's thrall comes by and, like, picks you up.
Okay.
And takes you to the, motel where they are staying.
Alright.
And also, like, the entire way over is very uncomfortable.
Oh, great.
It's like... It's because she does not really talk to you, and so you're just like sitting in the back seat of the car, just like, Dead silence. The entire way over. But when you get there, she like leads you to the motel room and like knocks very softly on the door, and you hear Paimon go, "Come in!" And she opens the door and, like, waits for you to enter.
Okay, I'm gonna go on in.
She closes the door behind you and does not enter herself.
Okay.
And, he's, like, sitting in his, in, like, a chair by himself, just kind of, like, writing some stuff down. And he, like, closes his journal and looks at you and gestures for you to sit down on the bed.
Okay, I sit down.
Why are you here?
Why am I here what? Like in general?
It's a simple question. Yeah, just in general. I'm curious.
I was called by Haniel.
Right, but what is your purpose on this earth?
Well, I mean, my purpose used to be to help maintain the heavens. So...
But we're not in heaven anymore.
I know.
So...
I guess just to learn more, to see more of the world, to experience more.
He, like, nods his head. Well, if it's knowledge that you're after, I can help you with that. I have a great wealth of it at my disposal.
I do like to know things.
What kind of things?
I'd like to learn more about science. I've heard tell of, a lot of physics things. That's why I chose this body. She studied physics.
He nods and he goes, I want this to be a mutually beneficial relationship.
What do you mean from me?
I feel like I know... I just need you to keep on doing what you're doing. You've been doing a great job. Those two, they need a leader. And you provide a good leadership position for them.
Huh. I suppose you're right. I do kind of try and keep things together.
Vakiel is strong and powerful, but she needs some reining in from time to time.
That's true.
And Arakiel is... Well, I don't have much faith in them. To be perfectly honest with you.
I believe in Arakiel. With some work, we can... we have grown so much already. So it's only on the way up, I think.
He nods and he, kind of like purses his lips a bit and, goes, I would like you to, like I said, keep doing what you're doing, but also provide a steady hand. As I said, those two could go off the rails at any moment. They're unpredictable. They're wild cards, not like you.
I suppose.
As well as them, though, I'd like for you to keep an eye on Samael.
Samael?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, we're both of the same house, and so we knew each other before the fall, and I don't think he was ever that big of a fan of me.
Huh. Well, that's good to know, I suppose.
So, it would just make me feel better if I had somebody that I knew was responsible, making sure he doesn't tamper with my plans too much.
Right, your plans. I suppose to, find bodies for all of these, demons we found.
Yes.
Where are you getting the bodies anyway? I was curious. If I can't know, that's fine.
I'm sorry, repeat the question.
I asked, where he was getting the bodies. If I can know.
So far, I've been looking into a resource of mine. I own a company that expands about the entire country, various people, and they're all pretty loyal to what they think their cause is. So I will probably pull people from there.
Huh. Okay. Must be a pretty powerful organization.
I guess. It's more big than powerful.
Well, I look forward to seeing how this progresses.
I assure you that at the end of the day, you will have at least the option to do whatever you want.
All right. I might take you up on that.
All right. Thank you for your time, Valuel. And he, picks up his notebook again and, starts, flipping through it. It's kind of like the cue for you to get the fuck out.
For me to leave, right?
Yeah.
I say nothing and I just stand up and turn out and, leave. I got a lot to think about. I don't trust that sucker, though. I don't trust him at all. I might say yes, sure, but inside I'm like, I don't trust you. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. I gotta go talk to Dorian because I don't trust you.
Do you want to talk to Dorian now, or?
Yeah, I'll talk to Dorian now.
Okay. As far as you know, he's having like dinner with Nina at like a pizza place.
Okay. I don't know if I can just show up. I'll go, but...
I mean, yeah, you go to the pizza place that they said that they were going to, and they sure enough are eating pizza.
Oh my god. I just, like, go into, like, the booth where they're probably sitting or whatever with the pizza. Or a table, whatever.
Yeah, as you, like, go towards their table, you can hear Nina go, and he was just, like, sitting there, and I don't know why. Oh! Hey!
Hi, sorry to interrupt. Dorian, I just wanted to talk to you about something.
Okay.
Nina, can you just give us a couple minutes? We can just go outside for a minute.
Dorian, like, nods and he, like, stands up and he goes, I'll be right back. Go ahead and eat the one with anchovies on it. That's really gross.
So I take him outside and I'm just like, I'm sorry again to interrupt. Paimon just, summoned me to, keep everyone in line. Including you.
Well, And he, like, furrows his brow and he goes, well, what did he say, specifically?
He said that you knew each other before the fall and you weren't a fan of him.
Well, yes, we're both slayers, we both deal with death and the like. And I can't remember exactly everything from the fall.
Yeah, of course.
But, you know, I don't really trust him.
Neither do I. Of course, I'll still go through the motions, but this is really fishy. So I wanted you to know that this is what he told me, and I'll be disclosing it to the others as well.
That's good. We should probably do that, yes.
Yes. If, I don't know how to work this. If you get spotted or anything, you know, I'll tell him I'll deal with it or whatever, but I wanted you clued in.
Thank you. I'll think about it, I guess, a little bit more.
Yeah, but yes, that's all I wanted. Sorry to interrupt your dinner.
It's alright. I'm gonna go back, then, if that's okay.
That's okay. Yes, go enjoy your dinner. And say hi to Nina. And then I'm gonna just go back to the apartment.
Yeah, he nods and, like, waves off, and, like, you see him, like, re-enter the restaurant, and then, like, sit back down with her. So, Vakiel, you go over to the Hardy House, TM. On this lovely afternoon. It's like Friday.
I'm I walk up to the door, knock on it. Wait.
Okay. Richie is the one that answers the door and he goes, "Oh, hey, Charlie."
Vakiel stammers for a moment, and internally she's like, do you want to field this one, or am I just going to stay out here? And there's no response. So Vakiel clears her throat and says, yeah, is Mary Margaret over here?
No, she's at her house, and he, like, points next door.
Oh, right. Of course. Oh, also, I have to return a dish to your mom. Is she home?
Yeah?
Could I talk to her real quick?
Sure, I guess. Ma? Yes, what is it? Charlie wants to talk to you? Oh, okay. Well, just let her on in, then, I suppose. Hi! And she, like, looks at Richie and then looks at you and then just goes, "Oh, Richie, I think this is girl talk about, you know."
About a casserole dish.
She was like, she looks at you like you're fucking stupid. Yes, about a casserole dish.
That I have brought in my backpack to return. And I wink it at Haniel.
She, like, literally facepalms. And Richie just goes, "Alright, well, I guess you guys get on that then." And, like, walks up the stairs. And once he's, like, gone, Haniel, like, just goes, "Really? A casserole dish?"
Listen, we have a situation. There are these two demon
Okay.
hunters. We've encountered them.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Can we not just stand in the doorway and talk about this?
Of course.
And she, like, leads you into the kitchen.
All right. As I said,
I was just gonna say that, like, her, like, 2-year-old daughter is also in the kitchen and, like, making a mess out of her food.
Vakiel casts kind of a side glance at the small child and then turns back. As I said, 2 demon hunters. We've encountered them several times and they've been relatively harmless thus far, but this time they tried to obtain the vessel from us in hopes of destroying Lilith. We rebuffed them and left, but they will doubtless come up in our way again in the future.
Just kill him.
That's what I expected to do, but I suspect that Arakiel and Valoel would be much less inclined to do so.
Well, just rough them up a bit. If they attack you, well, that's just self-defense.
Fair enough. I just figured you ought to know, just in case it complicates plans.
Right. I honestly don't see how a couple of measly hunters could really do much. but I'll keep it in mind.
Very well. There's another...
Are they...
Sorry.
Oh? I was just gonna ask how strong they were.
One of them is a bit of a brute. Very strong, but not particularly smart. The other... a little more wily, but easily dispatched, I would assume.
Well, it seems to me like the easiest route would just be to separate them.
Yes. I will keep this in mind. The other thing is, Oracle is still showing attachment to a couple of the captured Earthbound.
Well, I guess that's probably normal. Seems pretty in their nature.
I will keep an eye on them in case they decide to choose them over us.
Well, hopefully there won't be a them over us.
Of course, you're right. And with that, Vakiel, kind of bows and stands back up. That's all I have to report.
All right, then. Thank you for keeping an eye on things for me.
She nods and says, so long as you keep an eye on you-know-who, we're even.
Right.
And then...
And she,
Sorry.
It's fine, we just keep on talking at the same time. You go first.
Okay. I was gonna say, and then she leaves, so...
Yeah, that's just what Haniel was just gonna escort you to the door.
Okay. And I guess would it be possible to bump into Mary Margaret outside or something like that?
Sure.
So Charlie walks out and, or Vakiel walks out and just almost walks right into her.
Yeah, she's about to go over to the Hardy house, and she's got some books and stuff, and she almost doesn't see you because they're stacked up really high.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like a whoa, clumsy.
And Vakiel is like, watch where you're walking, you...
Mary Margaret just blinks.
Sorry. It's me, Charlie. I'm very sorry I bumped into you.
Though. I kind of feel like it's not Charlie, though.
Alright, fine. I guess at this point, Charlie, worms back into control. And, I should have thought of this whole scene out before.
It's fine. Charlie takes over control so she doesn't lose her one friend.
Yeah. She's like, here, sorry about her. Let me help you pick those up.
Thanks. Does that happen, often?
More often than I'd like it to. I mean, at this point, we've kind of worked out a bit easier about who gets to control everything and when, but I was just kind of reflecting on stuff.
Right. She nods like she understands, but you can tell that she does not.
Whenever I kind of shrink into myself and get thinking, of course, Vacuole comes out and, I ain't doing nothing with my body, so she does.
Right. She does the exact same thing.
Sorry, you probably, I know all this demon stuff's really weird, and you're the only one who knows about it, and...
No, I mean, it's fine, I understand kind of. I don't really know what it's like to be possessed by a demon, but I mean, not to be, making about me or anything, but I mean, I've got, fucking magic powers and shit, and I can't tell anybody about that, so it's kind of similar.
Yeah. It's just, I don't feel like I got a lot of people who I can just, relate to, you know? Because, I mean, the others, they're demon first, pretty much. I don't get to talk to Aitan or Janina. And I don't know, I feel like I can talk to you about how I feel.
Nice. I mean, I feel the same way.
I think Vakil killed my mom.
Whoa, that's heavy. Sorry, that was an inappropriate response. Are you sure?
I don't know. I can't remember what happened.
Oh, man.
I mean, my stepdad too, maybe? I'm alone, and the last thing I remember before Vakil being a thing was I had my family, and now I don't.
Jeez.
I'm sorry. This is really deep, and I'm just kind of...
No, don't apologize. I just don't have, a witty anecdote for that. Which, I mean, is probably my fault for trying to make things better with humor. That might be some deeper issues there for me. No, you can talk to me about this kind of stuff. I don't know if I can ever relate to all of it, 'cause, I mean, I'm not possessed, but I could try. I mean, God knows it's gonna be real hard to find any more possessed teenagers out there, am I right?
Yeah.
Huh.
I wish I could get her to tell me what happened, you know? That's the one thing she will not communicate to me about.
Fucking roommates. I'm sorry, that was a bad joke.
No, you're right.
It's it's your turn to wash the dishes, Vakiel.
I don't want to wash the dishes, I want to kill people. Bah. I've got a lot going on in my head right now, and I just... Thanks for listening to... Even if it's just me venting about stuff, I don't know what's going on with me right now, and... It was nice, thanks.
No problem. I mean, being a teenager is weird. It's weirder when you have weird things happen to you, so... Somebody's gotta listen, and TV's kinda crap lately anyway.
Well, it was good talking to you. Thanks. I'm gonna get back to the apartment. I honestly don't even know what Vakil was doing over here, so I'll talk to you later.
Probably snitching. But yeah, I'll talk to you later. And she waves goodbye, and she trips over the Hardy's front stair.
Mm-hmm.
And goes, fuck out.
Oh man.
But then she picks herself up again, and she's like, okay, bye.
Bye. And Charlie kind of awkwardly wanders off.
You are sitting with the Ben. Sitting with the Ben.
Yeah!
And you have been sitting with the Ben for like an hour.
Yeah.
And Nina kind of like comes up to you and she is like, so me and Dorian are going to go eat. Do you want us to bring you back anything, like a pizza or?
I'm not hungry. Thank you.
Okay, well, I think Doris gets home from her job, in like an hour or two. I don't know, she kind of works late nights, but, just
that's all right.
Don't startle her, I guess, when she comes in. Or don't be startled when she comes in.
Of course.
If you're still here in that amount of time, which, you know, I imagine at this point you probably will be.
Yes.
And she, like, nods her head and she, stands up fully and she's like, okay, bye, I guess. And Dorian's like, bye, we'll see you later.
Goodbye.
And they close the door to the apartment, and you're left alone with the bin and your thoughts.
God, I can't believe that entire conversation was just like, okay, here's the number for the neighbors if you need it. We'll be back at 9. Don't stay up too late.
Don't eat all of the cookies. No prank phone calls.
Don't burn down the apartment. Well, Oracle just kind of, they're sitting with the bin.
Mm-hmm.
They're very worried about what is going on specifically inside the bin.
Right.
And, they're thinking a lot about what Lilith said specifically. That there was someone who tricked Semyaza and Azazel into becoming an Earthbound. And that they don't know who that was.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just really not sure about this whole business anymore. Like, they don't know if, like, they're being used, almost. They have a very bad feeling about all this. And as they're just sitting there, they're kind of stewing in that. And something that Arakiel has the potential to do as a malefactor, as a demon that has the ability Lore of the Forge, is that they could potentially seal a spirit into an object and basically create an instant Earthbound. And Arakiel really doesn't like the thought of it, but it also just doesn't leave their head that they're thinking that maybe what would actually be best is if they could somehow transport Semyaza and Azazel out of here and, once that's done, try to figure out a way to help them. Some kind of way that they would be sure they wouldn't be exploited or hurt or anything like that.
I don't know how you would come across a good idea about this sitting by yourself. I mean, if you want, you can talk at the bin. No guaranteed response.
No guaranteed response.
I mean, you do recall at least once, like, Nina, like, shouting at the bin to shut up.
Mm-hmm.
As it, like, wailed at her.
Mm-hmm. And, something else that keeps running through their head is the death of Zazael. I think that was her name?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. The death of Zazael, and just that there really are lives on the line that aren't necessarily human. And Arakiel's been without Semyaza and Azazel for this long, but they can't deal with them being quite that gone. And anyway, to Arakiel, this hasn't felt like a long time at all, because they're so old, and out of the party, they're the one that remembers the most about what happened before the fall.
Well, in fairness, it hasn't really been that long. It's been like a month. Exactly.
And to Arakiel, who is thousands of years old and remembers that far back, you know, it just feels like a few minutes. And all that together is really weighing on them, and at this point, they're kind of curled up in a ball, sitting next to the bin, and just wondering what's going on in there. And after maybe another hour, they just kind of start talking. And they just kind of say, I don't know if you can hear me, but if you can, I want you to know that I'm here.
In response, there is, like, 3, like, ting-ting-tings. Like a knock, almost, on there.
Oh, holy shit. Can you hear me?
Ting-ting.
Semyaza?
Ting-ting.
Is everything okay in there?
No response.
One for yes, 2 for no?
Ting.
Is she saying anything to you?
Ting.
You're not afraid?
Ting ting.
I just feel like we're playing into something terrible.
Ting.
Do you want me to get you out?
Ting ting.
Do you think you're going to die?
Ting.
I can't deal with that. I don't want to be alone.
Ting ting.
I can't lose you.
Ting ting.
Will I die with you?
Ting ting.
I'll be alone?
Ting ting.
I can't keep doing this without you. This isn't who I'm supposed to be. I'm so pathetic right now.
Ting ting.
I can barely go even a few hours without crying because All I can ever think of is what happened and what could happen. And I never feel safe. And I never feel like anything's going to be okay. And I feel like they can see me. And that at any moment they're going to come back. And they're going to hurt me. And they're going to hurt you.
Ting ting.
When I was in there, when we were all in fantasies, in the illusions that Lilith had, I saw you, and I saw Azazel. It was the only time I've really been happy in the last month, in the last thousands of years.
You hear a sound on the side of the bin that's like a scratching sound.
I don't know what you're trying to communicate.
It just does it again.
Arakiel puts their hand against the bin. And they just say, I can't lose you.
There's no response.
Arakiel really has no idea what they were trying to say. The responses that they were getting really just didn't match up to them. And after a while, they dry their face and they say, You said that we're playing into something terrible, right?
Ting.
Is there anything I can do to prevent that?
Ting ting.
Is there anything I can do to not play into it?
There's a scratching sound again.
I'm really not sure what that means.
You kind of follow the sound with your ears this time, and at the bottom of the bin towards the back, where most people would not look, it just says, run.
Arakiel's heart, stops. And, they kind of trace along that with their finger. And then they just start bawling. They are full on having a breakdown. And it kind of continues that way, I think, until Doris comes home.
Yeah, Doris, opens the door. She, rattles it, kind of, to, get it open. And she just, flicks on the lights, and you're there just sobbing, and she goes, are you gonna be okay, or should I? Do you want some tissues? Should I leave you alone? Would you rather I didn't leave you alone?
It's alright. I think I'm going to take a walk.
Okay. And she, closes the door kind of gently so as not to, upset you any further. And, gingerly walks to the kitchen.
Arakiel stands up and kind of just touches the bin one last time and then walks out the door. And they don't leave, like they're not running away. Arakiel is not dumb, and they know that they really can't just run because they're surrounded by more powerful demons that would very easily find them. So they know that it would really just give things away, because at this point, Arakiel really just feels like they can't trust anyone with what they've heard. Like, literally anyone could be dangerous.
Right.
That's kind of been, like, at the very beginning of the series, that was Arakiel's point of view, and they'd been slowly kind of coming out of that and trusting everyone. But hearing what they've heard has really just brought them away from that. And now that they're out there, they're just trying to think of ways to get out of this.